Hello, SNA assassinators. I don't know why it just cut out on me like that. Yeah, I mean, it almost was like a quarter way to the limit, but it shouldn't have went out on me like that. But yeah, no matter. Here's the second clip. This is the second clip of the Friday Night SmackDown review video, and yeah, like I said, like on the first video, we got Kevin Owens talking about when he wins the WWE World Championship rent. Like, and I believe he kind of slipped up and said when. Like, this is where Cody Rhodes kind of got offended. This is where he's like, what I mean by when? Like, when? Like, it was like, you more likely should say when I am ready to win them all because my leg is hard as a stone right now. It's so good right now. Like, and I'm all clear to compete in this match, Kevin. And this is where and you're talking like it sounds like everybody else, like what you're talking about with confidence right now, like thinking that you are gonna win the champ. Like, and it was like, and he's like, and then I don't think that's just confidence; it's anger. Because you knew it was like me coming back to this company, and it's 6 years later after leading, like, and I'm gonna go to a new path and lead this people. And it was like, and you thought that I was never gonna come back. Like, I thought I was gonna leave him right in the rearview mirror. Like, I know, like I'm. Like everybody thought that, but you knew like I'm gonna take everybody with me. Like at WrestleMania 38, when I came back in the biggest night of your career, I was Seth's mystery opponent while you faced Stone Cold Steve Austin in the main event of that night in a no holds barred match. And he's like, and we. And he's like, and you're angry because you had to share the spotlight with me. Like, well, I'm like, I would have been angry too, Kevin. Like if I had to be put in that position. But let me tell you something. Like, I love you, dude. Like, this is where the Kevin Owens did. It was like, yeah, like, isn't that obvious? And this is where fans are like, oh, and this is where then Cody Rhodes like, yeah, like I absolutely do, Kev. Like I don't have that much friends in this business. Like I could, even though I have some plenty of friends like elsewhere, like you know, we got a couple of them, and you're one of them, dude. Like in this, like I don't have that many, but like I have some, and I wonder where those friends are at, like in that. In a company specifically, which I cannot name at the moment, but this is where we got Kev. This is where then Cody Rhodes like. This is Cody Rhodes was like, yeah, somebody in the ring asked me the same thing. Like, I want to ask you because tomorrow at Bash in Berlin, like I am going to defeat you. Like nothing's gonna be tainted about it. And when it's all over, Kevin, like we still are we still gonna be friends? That's the question I may ask. And this is where then Kevin Owens then gave a pause right here of a stare and thinking, like, is that gonna be the case? This is where fans are cheering, yes, like yes. Like if the guy is the world champion in the other company still in this company that left 3 years ago, which I cannot name right now. This time, this is where Kevin Owens then was about to say, it looked like he was about to say yes, but this is where he dropped the microphone, whispers into Cody's ear. This is where he like says something. This is where Cody then gave a very concerning frown expression after Kevin Owens said that. I believe this helped him beat him in his promo battle. And let me know in the comments below what's your thoughts on Kevin Owens whispering. What exactly he whispered in his ear. I did not catch it at the time watching this live. Well, I'll say live. I mean, when it was on the air on Fox, of course. But let me know in the comment section right down below. Do you think it has something to do with him? What he could what he can possibly can do to the American Nightmare in their WWE Championship match in Bash in Berlin? Do you think he's gonna win? And if so, do you think he's gonna do it in the heelish way in his career, or do you think he's gonna do it in the honest way? Which I don't think he would. And do you think he's heel at Bash in Berlin? Let me know in the comment section right down below. I'm gonna tell you what's my thoughts onto this matter at the end of this video, when I'm gonna be giving you my predictions on who's gonna walk out as champion, or walking as champion and out champion, or walking out as the new champion, or who's gonna walk out with the win and the privileges of that of that caliber, and the privilege, the privileges, of the win. But anyway, let's move on to the next slide. Like we got This is where then we got Austin Theory and Baron Corbin got into it with when they were backstage with. Like, oh no, this is where Austin Theory and Grayson Waller got into it. Baron Corbin and what's his name and Apollo Crews. This is where Grayson Waller then went a little too far. He nearly broke his friendship with the mayor of A-Town, which is also his best friend, Austin Theory. He was like, look at these two losers right here, Austin. Like it, he was it looked like y'all just woke up. Like, in fact, like Theory just told me that like you're not half the tag team that A-Town is right now. This was, and he's like, and yeah, you did said that, Austin, didn't you? Like, he's like, well, I don't know about that. This is where Apollo Crews like, and this is where then and this is where Baron Corbin was like. Oh, this is where Baron Corbin didn't look at directly at Austin Theory. This is where he got ticked off. And he was like, "You said that. This is where they're about to get like if you had something to say, Austin, say it to my face." This is where Austin Theory stared at Grayson Waller. Like, and this is where Austin Theory had no choice but to admit that he did say it, but he was not so happy at Grayson Waller telling Corbin and Crews that. This is where Austin Theory's like, yeah, like, and this is where the Baron Corbin's like, you know what I should do to you, like, you understand? Like, I'll be beating the brakes off your engine, like, if you say that again. And this is where then Apollo Crews tried to calm him down. Like, Baron, like, calm down. Like, we'll fight him, but when it's the necessary way, when we make this official. And this is where the Baron Corbin's like, oh, yeah, I'll see you, dude. And this is where Grayson Waller's like. He was like, hey, bye-bye, losers. This is where Austin Theory was not so happy, and he turned Grayson Waller around like, hey, man, what was that all about? Like, why did you say that to him for? And this is where the Grayson Waller was like, well, I was just trying to say, like, there's nothing, no competition compared to us. And this is where Austin Theory was like, no, while interrupting him. He was like, no, like, I don't want to hear no excuses. Like, you always talk and talk and talk, and I'm getting sick of it. Terrence, and let me go down the list of we'll go down the list of me have to take the bullet of this friendship, all thanks to your big mouth, like, because Terrence Crawford, he knocked me out, like, and who, I guess who was talking, like, none other than you, like, and then he's like you're just talking trash, like you. Like, and now, like, it's Baron Corbin and Apollo Crews, like, and saying, like, those two, you're worried about them you're worried about them being the better team in the SmackDown division, and you're trying to help us save our friend, our alliance, just because you're feeling threatened by them, just and you have to say something. Have to bring up something that they shouldn't have known about, like what we just discussed, like what I told you not to tell them, like, and like I think like what like you were talking about, like how Apollo and Baron Corbin falling apart. I think we're the ones that actually falling apart. Grayson, this was like, and this is where he had no choice, and this is where then he admitted that he was wrong. He's like, you know what, I'm sorry, and he apologized. I was so surprised. I thought this could be the end of A-Town Down Under, but then again, but then again, I changed my mind, and I was like, no, like, I don't think so. I think they're going to do that once they are in the tag team matches where we got Grayson Waller. And he's like, yeah, all my friends in Australia, like, I don't know nobody, but you, like, this is me at the meantime, like, like, to be honest, like, the reason I'm doing that stuff because you're the only true friend that I have in this business, and I thought. Like, and I thought I'd let everybody know that. Like, and I think I just got a little carried away, and I was totally on call for. Like, I cannot blame you for being mad. But are we good? Like, we're still friends? As well, Austin Theory that immediately forgave him because he sincerely apologized to him. Well, that's what we thought he did. But yeah, this is where they shook hands. This is where Grayson Waller was like, yeah, but we're gonna have this tag team match. Like, we have it all in our hands. Like, we need to get prepared and show them that A-Town Down Under is better than the Wolf Prince, I guess you could say, the Wolf Princes or the Wolf Princesses, or if you want to call them, like, if they want to refer them as females. But then something just tells me maybe, just maybe, next week, like, if they do have this tag team match, we could see the downfall of A-Town Down Under with everybody speculating turn out to be true. Like, would Grayson Waller be the one that split from him and turned heel on to Austin, and they start a program, which I thought that would happen, like, at at like when they lost the WWE Tag Team, ever since they lost the WWE Tag Team Championship against DIY on the Go Home show of SmackDown, I believe, before the pay-per-view premium live event. But yeah, this is where we got part 4 of Andrade taking on Carmelo Hayes, and this one definitely was a banger. Like even though it's not number one, that's because the main event was totally a banger, and that was me Chin versus Nia Jax. Even though, like I said last week, but it probably did not matter that Mi Chin was not the most deserved when it comes of a championship, but that she was deserving to have a match like this. Like, if you're gonna put her in the championship match, you gotta make it look good, which they did. So they, the wrestlers did their part, management did their part, the writers and the creative team did their part of making this match an all-time success, I should say. Yeah, and. And then but before we get into the Carmelo Hayes versus Andrade matches, where we got another vignette of Giovanni Vinci, I was like, let's hope that this doesn't be getting boring. Even though it doesn't, they're just hyping them up, looking really good, and until they finally find them be in the program with and if they do, who do you think that's going to be his next? I mean, be his first, I guess, challenger or victim, in his on his way to SmackDown? Like, do you think he's gonna on his way back to SmackDown, because he was called up on SmackDown along with his former Imperium mates a couple of years ago? But do you think that he's going to be fighting somebody like, name it, like a Santos Escobar or a Carmelo Hayes or or name any like mid-card heels that's on SmackDown at this time? But yeah, or even the Grayson Waller, like if or when he turns on his teammate Austin Theory. But we're gonna get to that in just a moment. We're gonna talk about and also let me know in the comments below who could be his potential opponent in his singles debut on Friday Night SmackDown. On top of that, but this is where we got Carmelo Hayes. And asked Andrade before they got in the ring. This is where he was like, you want me? Like, you better come out here and get me. This is where Andrade's like, nah, I think I prefer you to do it, and you better come in here. And if you want me in this ring, this is where Carmelo Hayes like, okay, like, you're lost. And this is where then he started throwing fists right onto the former NXT champion, his former fellow NXT champion, even though when Carmelo Hayes came in the building in WWE, Andrade was just exiting. But this is where they start playing like a quick game of wrestling tennis, start quickly swinging their rackets right into the balls, right into their head. And then this is where we got Andrade won the award. This is where he threw Carmelo right into the left side. This is where we got Andrade then springboard right off the top rope, hit the diving corkscrew dive. Like if it's his own version of both his wife's and John Morrison's versions of the diving corkscrew combined into one of his own. This is where then we got Andrade then hits a boot right into the former NXT champion's head. This is where he dipped him right to the right, to the left. This is where his springboards go for a cross clothesline right on the Andrade. That looked like a signature move of his, but I believe this is just a normal move that he would hit on the comeback. This is where we got Andrade then stops Carmelo Hayes right off the top rope. He trips him right over. This is where he goes for a double stomp right. Don't look like he's about to go for a double stomp right onto Carmelo Hayes, right onto the outside, onto the left side of the apron, which is the hardest part of the ring. And yeah, he looked like his own version of Alberto Del Rio when he did so, which I don't understand why I brought up his name, but that was the former world champion's signature move at one stint, in his last run in WWE. But let's move on and let's talk about more about Melo. And this is where he started hitting the three amigos right onto the onto the former North American and NXT champion. But he could not get the third suplex, like if he's Dominic Mysterio or Mercedes Moné, like that successfully does the three amigos. And I was like, what is up with them two? Like, even though Dominic Mysterio played a role as the kayfabe biological son of the Latino Heat, and the CEO is a fan of the Latino Heat. Ever since he was a kid, and when he was in his prime, and when he was still alive. But yeah, my point is, like, they can easily successfully hit three amigos, but someone like Andrade cannot easily hit it. Like, is there some kind of curse that's been thrown right onto Andrade that he cannot hit the three amigos or something like that? But this is where, yeah, Carmelo Hayes trying to hit a roll up, but this is where he gets kicked out immediately by Andrade. He gets Irish whip right to the right, bottom right side, upper right side. He tried to go for a roll up, but this is where we got Carmelo Hayes. I mean, yeah, he gets denied by Andrade by 2.8. This is where we got Andrade going for one, but he gets kicked out at 2.7. This is where Carmelo Hayes is like, really? Is it 2? And this is where referee's like, yeah, I'm afraid so. And this is where the turnbuckle was exposed while Carmelo Hayes got hit right to the turnbuckle. I believe that was probably a smart move of Melo of doing that because this is where we got Andrade hits the double knees right into the this is where he hits the double knees right into the face on the Carmelo Hayes in the bottom left side of the bottom turnbuckle. This is where Andrade nearly got hit hard running back first by throwing himself right into the upper right side. But luckily he spotted that the turnbuckle was exposed. And yeah, the upper right Tina corner was exposed. Yeah, and they were censoring out the exposed turnbuckle. This is where then we got Carmelo Hayes and immediately hit the super kick right into the face onto Andrade. This distraction nearly worked in the distraction, but somehow Andrade with the remaining strength that he had kicked out with the right shoulder up at 2.9, I believe. This is where we got Carmelo Hayes and ran right into the left side. But this is where Andrade tried to grab on his leg to stop him. But this is where we got Andrade stop him and grab onto him, try to go on the second rope onto the left side. Hits a springboard Russian leg sweeping face buster. This is where we got Andrade going for a pin. This is where it looked like it was about to win. And if I didn't know better, I would have thought Andrade would have won with this maneuver. But it looks like a move that, unfortunately, he just